All right, yeah. So with the butcher shed going and everything, and trying to get the cow done, I haven't hardly even been out here for the last month. That's actually 2 rows of potatoes grown into one. Just got all kinds of things. I pulled right here. I pulled that potato plant and got all of those potatoes there. Hard to see for the sun, but they're there. Yeah, the pumpkins down there are dying off. It's getting that time of year. Corn's past ripe, I think. And the watermelon down here's going crazy. So let's see what we can do today. Okay, up here at the end of the row, I got all the watermelons and everything out of there. All the potatoes are sitting there. They got to be picked up. That's just on this one row. Up here, that's all a big raspberry that needs to be caged up, and that's all tomatoes. Way over here is the potatoes, but this is all tomatoes, and that's a raspberry. All grown together, overgrown, needs to be taken care of. I get questions about putting hay down, how much hay to use, when, where to get it, because it's so expensive. The only time I've used hay was the original first time I put down my thick, heavy layer. The rest of the time, I've just been using lawn clippings and leaves and chopping the plants in the fall and just dropping them where they lie and let them rot back into the soil. It doesn't have to be expensive. You don't got to go buy a lot of expensive hay. You can, I've been up along the fence over here just dumping my bags of grass clippings and putting down a nice layer over there. You can get the stuff from anywhere, and as long as you don't spray your grass, it's cheap and it's free. But yeah, this is what I'm doing with the corn. I don't eat corn, but it makes a ton of organic matter that I can lay back into the bed now. So I'll probably plant a good big patch of it every year just so that I have all of this. I tried shredding some, but just so I have all of this mulch, the shreddings that I can put down in different places just to help build things up. Just another free source of, there's a lot of uh, material there. It'll turn into quite a bit of mulch. So I'm trying an experiment in this garden. I took some of the scraps from the fat and small trimming pieces that I wasn't going to use from the beef, and I buried those in here to let them decompose and help build the soil. So we'll see how that goes for next year. Yeah, it's all just an experiment. Whatever you can do to get nutrition back into your soil, and the biggest thing is just keeping it wet. That layer of hay and grass keeps it wet. By keeping it moist, it encourages all your bacteria and fungi and all of that to come in, and they're the basis for everything else. And then your soil will just improve. You'll get worms and stuff in there, and their byproducts and all that will feed your soil. You don't fertilize. You use a fraction of the water by doing it this way than you do with an open bed that the dirt's just exposed, that you have to keep wet all the time. This is always wet. I haven't watered this bed in quite a while. It's been quite a while, but it's still wet under here. And we haven't gotten a ton of rain, but it's been just enough that on its own it's staying moist, and the bacteria and fungi can do their thing. But yeah, up in here, I'm gonna hopefully this fall get this fence moved and all this junk cleaned up and put up a greenhouse up here. Move this fence over and extend the garden out and have more beds over here. But it's always something going on. Plenty to do, lots to do. Here are the potatoes I got out of the raspberries and strawberries and stuff. They were just growing on their own. I didn't plant them. I didn't want them. They were just potatoes left in the dirt from the last year. And they've been growing like that for years on their own. Yeah, anybody that thinks it's hard is just absolutely crazy. Plants want to grow, you just got to give them a place to do it.